have a very special guest. She's a real superwoman. Grabe pare. Ang
No?
kwento niya was she's
Oh.
from 4 shoots nitong araw na to before itong recording na to. So,
Oh.
introduce ko lang a former beauty queen. So, she was crowned as 2016 Miss Global Philippines. Napakaganda. A writer and currently the news anchor for Eagle News International. And wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
She's also hosting the Noontime Variety Show. Happy Time on Net 25. Please welcome our guest, Miss CJ Hirro. Good evening, good evening.
Hi! Good evening.
Welcome.
Wait, there's more. And
Oy, ano pa?
Outside Reporter.
Oh, yung
Yes!
nakakita dito sa ano ko, teleprompter ko to.
At 7 years old, most girls would think, I want to be a princess. I want my hair long. I want a nice dress. But this girl shaved off her head, shaved off her hair, so she would look like a guy or a boy, so she can protect the brother. I have to speak up. I have to be the voice of that. I have to maybe help yung law enforcers natin, yung mga police natin, yung mga people in authority.
AI medyo umaangat siya or artificial.
Pero even
intelligence is
1969, bro, the people who are behind dun sa mga taong nag-launch nung space shuttle to the moon are women voters. And until now, we honor them like crazy. I'm telling you, they have this like thick sheets of paper back then. Back then kasi yung way of coding programs. Imagine that. And ngayon magre-reklamo ko in 2 lines of code.
Hindi lang yun. So imagine, 'di ba?
Women up!
'Di ba? Imagine yun sa AI. Sa AI yung empathy ng parang yung empathy ng women ang mas kailangan doon, hindi lalaki. Paano kung puro AI na yung mga bagay in the future, 'di ba?
Alright, welcome back, boys and girls. It's another episode of Baet Experience.
Yes, sir. Whatever floats the boat. Correct.
Wow, ang deep! Pero yung first mo kasi sabi nila, first time.
Yeah.
Yung first time mo, hindi mo makakalimutan yun. Diba?
Doon tayo na-divergenize sa podcast.
Oo,
Anyway, moving forward. May mga...
Ang daldal, no? Sorry.
No, it's great. By the way,
Yeah.
ang dami
Sobrang
namin
daldal ko
natutunan
talaga.
din. And hanggang ngayon, as in, nabibilib ako sa energy mo.
We're in awe.
Mataas talaga.
As in, mamaya tatanong na kita anong, ano bang kailangan ko i-take para ganyan yung energy. Superhero talaga eh. Anyway, we have some friends that are... we asked them if they have questions to our next guest on our new episode. So we mentioned that it's you, and we have a friend. He's a very vocal when it comes to politics in the Philippines, and he's very vocal on being anti actually to the administration. And she wants to ask you this: being one of the voices ng kababaihan sa ating bansa. So if you're parang can you put yourself as the leader of the country? And he saw this article that says women's empowerment in the Philippines needs improvement. And this is coming from PCW, which is like the Commission of Philippine Commission of Women. Yeah, something like that. And they have these 5 goals. I won't go through each one of them, but essentially it's achieve 50-50 gender balance in government positions, leaves, benefits, and non-discrimination in employment. This is probably Dolly-driven. Equal access in education, equal status. Non-discriminatory on portrayal. So, pagbabastos on media and films. Not just on media, probably, but more than that. And some mandates, reviews, amendments, and repeal of existing discriminatory laws. So, outside that, ano sa tingin mo pa yung pwede nating improve on women's empowerment as the leader of the country?
As a leader?
Yeah, as a
or
leader.
something that I would tell the leaders now? As a leader. If I were a leader?
Yes.
Okay. Sa akin kasi, it's so hard to have the conversation of what we are gonna change if ang isipin lang natin is paano natin babaguhin yung environment outside us. Sa akin kasi, I think, and this is, siguro yung conversation na to naman, iba't ibang perspective. But from where I'm coming from, yung background ko, everything, ang sa akin kasi is you have to change it here first eh. May isa kang sinabi kanina yung, what's that? Yung pang-apat, I think, sa criteria?
Non-discriminatory and non-derogatory portrayal of women in media and films.
Yon. Ang sa akin, sorry, may nag-spark lang kasi sa akin na tayo din kasi as women. See, here's the thing kasi, no? We always demand that we be treated equally. But when it comes to certain things, we suddenly play the I'm a woman card, don't do this to me. Diba? First of all, you have to be ready to fight a bloody war if you want to get to the top. Diba? Like, sasabihin natin, okay, ang mga lalaki, pag sabihin mo, gago yan, diba? They would take it. At sabihin niya, gago ka rin. But kapag babae, sinabihin mo, gago yan. Babae ko, you don't do this to me. No, girl. Woman up. Diba? Gago ka din. Ganon. So, first of all, you won't get to a position of power if you're like that. Girl, woman up. This is funny. Before ko sagutin yung tanong mo, no, na what else can we do? There's a funny story growing up. Kasi, imagine 5 girls plus my mom. So, 6 ang babae sa bahay. So, when we started having our period, kawawa yung daddy ko. Yeah. Lahat kami nagdidismenorrhea. Lahat mainit ulo. lahat umiiyak. And parang nasa lahi namin na masakit mag-period. And my dad said, kasi umiiyak kami.
Respect kay sir.
I know. Siyang bumibili ng mga napkin namin. Sabi ko, siya pinakamabait na kilala kong lalaki kasi 5 tao, 6 na babaeng nagpi-PMS. My gosh, good luck. Sabi niya, I know that he just said this to make us feel better, but, naalala ko kasi siya. Sabi niya, most men, or the society we're in, thinks that men are the stronger sex and women are the weaker sex. Pero sabi niya, but man, that's not true at all, sabi niya. God knows that you are the stronger sex. Kasi ba't niya ginawang masakit ang period? Men can't even endure that kind of pain. And we have to experience that, or we have to go through that monthly, maybe 1 week a month that you're having your period. And men don't understand how hard it is to have your period every month. So sinabi niya, tumatak. Exactly. And ito nga yung funny doon. The only way you can get away from the pains of PMS is to get pregnant. So mabubutis ka. It's a hassle and then it only stops pag nag-stop ka na, pag nag-menopause ka na. So like there's no way out. It's just pain for women. So sabi niya, you are the real stronger sex, sabi niya, because ako hindi ko ma-imagine going through that every month, but you guys are such troopers, ganon. Wala lang, naalala ko lang. So, that's how you change yung generation.
Hashtag girl dad, sir. Respect.
Yan, ako.
Hashtag girl dad, Kobe.
Going back to that conversation, what else can we change? For me, we have to change the culture first. Kasi halimbawa sa probinsya, if they can only afford to send one kid to school, it's always the guy. It's never the woman.
Panganay.
Diba? Oo. We have, kahit na mas achiever yung babae, it's always the guy. So we have to change that culture first. And if we have to pass laws para lang mabago yung kultura na yon, let's do that. No, yung kultura na ang babae dapat marunong ng gawaing bahay. We have to change the narrative first. And sad to say, possible that we can only change the narrative if it's funny, but it's ridiculous even that we have to pass laws for that, diba? Equal opportunities. Right? What? It's not, education is not like right ng lalaki lang. No, it's human right ang makapag-aral. Correct. Human right yung makapag-pursue ka ng pag-aaral mo. So there should not even be a conversation about that. But sadly, we have to pass laws for that, di ba? Right. We have to file bills for that. So we change the narrative. We change the narrative from the grassroots level sa mga communities muna natin. Well, if we can change, then if we have to do it via mga teleseries natin, let's do that. Ba't tayo nag-aagawan sa lalaki? Shit, mag-agawan tayo sa posisyon sa kumpanya. Mag-agawan tayo sa opportunities. Ba't tayo nag-aagawan sa lalaki? If hindi ka priority, walk away. Bye-bye.
And we have laws for that sa mga nag-cheat na gaya, di ba? RA 926 yata, if I can remember it. Hindi ako abogado.
Ready ka.
Mga ready.
Ready ka.
Pre. Hindi, ang sabi mo.
Mabait tayo, mabait.
But why are we pitting women against each other over a guy? Come on.
The shows like The Bachelor,
okay. Let's talk about that. I want to talk about
ng season
that.
Nun.
Oh.
I want to talk about that. Okay. All my exes cheated on me. And my favorite breakup is this. Ang sa akin kasi, one of the first things I tell a guy I'm going out with is, number one, I'm very competitive. I would really work hard for my goals. So work first before anything else. Kasi ang sa akin, I want to be in a position na kaya kong mag-leave for 3 months na hindi nakakailanganin niyo pa rin ako. Ganon. And gusto ko na, kasi ang hindi naiintindihan ng mga lalaki or karamihan ng mga lalaki is that malaking sacrifice. Sorry, mali. Karamihan.
Joke lang.
Oo. Mahirap yung discussion ng let's start a family. Kasi, for example, for me, it's a really hard conversation for me to have with someone. Kasi ang sa akin, you have to be in a position na kaya mo kong bigyan ng allowance habang buntis ako at kailangan ko ng bed rest. Why? Kasi pinagtrabahuhan ko yung may X number of sweldo ako monthly. And then you're gonna ask me na mag-bed rest and give all of that up for you to have your dream of having a family. So kapag ang isang babae naghahanap ng mayaman na partner or someone na not naman mayaman but someone na may pangarap sa buhay, ganyan, it's not because naghahanap siya ng sugar daddy or whatever, di ba? Not all women are like that. A lot of women are like that because you have to pay for the hassle.
We have to admit that
diba?
we live in a society that security is a very common.
Exactly.
So nagkakamali in that perspective na because I'm successful that's why you're with me. It's not really because of your money, but it's because of that security that I'm missing with
sacrifice.
Correct.
Babae, you're gonna change. That will change my body. That will change my life. That will change or slow me down when it comes to things that I want for myself. So kapag naghahanap ako ng lalaki na achiever din, it's not because buka akong pera. It's because you have to be able to pay me at least half of what I'm making now.
Correct.
And that money is just mine. Di mo tatanungin asa ng resibo. No.
Gusto namin yun.
Ganun ako. No. Walang resibo. Akin lang to. No,
Hinihingan ng Watson sa
so
resibo.
that's number one. That's number one for me sa date. And number two, I tell them, look, I'm a good person. If we, ang sa akin kasi, pag dating tayong dalawa, dating lang tayo, you can go date other girls. You should allow me to date other men.
Not exclusively.
Yeah.
Kumbaga ganun.
But the moment you ask for my commitment, you have to commit then. But, parang, I let you be. Do whatever you wanna do. But, the moment I find out na nag-cheat ka, after you ask for my commitment, I'm sorry, bye-bye. Bye-bye na.
Yeah.
And going back to my story, I was in UP. In UP kasi wala akong barkada. Parang
Diliman yan, Diliman. Diliman campus.
Diliman. Nag-shift ako kasi before, speech communication yung course ko. After 2 years, I think, nag-transfer ako to broadcasting. Magkaibang college yun eh.
Yep.
Yung isa is Arts and Letters. Yung isa College of Masscom. So, wala akong kilala. Wala akong blockmates kasi walang ganun naman sa UP, di ba? Okay. Tapos, matanda siya by 2 years yata or ano. So anyway, nung nag-date kami the first time that he asked me out, it wasn't really a date. Nagtatago ako, may iniiwasan akong stalker. And I was supposed to meet my boyfriend at the time. Kaso nakatulog daw siya. So, kasi natakot ako eh. Nakita ko yung stalker ko. Sabi niya, I'll see you on Thursday. Sabi niya sa akin. Nakasakay ko sa jeep. Sabi niya, I'll see you on Thursday. So, natakot ako. So, I told my boyfriend at the time, sa Thursday, may class ako, ganyan. Baka alam niya, ganon. Can you please pick me up? And I know, I asked him that kasi alam ko wala siyang class. Kung meron siyang class, hahanap ako ng ibang paraan. So, sabi ko, sundin mo ko. And we agreed that, okay, I'll be there around this time, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours later, wala pa siya. So, hindi ako maalis sa college kasi takot ako. And then, classmate ko yung guy. Tapos, we just got to talk, ganon. And then, after that, parang sinamahan lang niya ako and he was nice naman to do that. And usap lang, ganyan. Until natapos na yung araw, sabi ko siguro naman, wala na yung si soccer, hindi na ako inaabangan sa bahay or whatever. So, okay na yon. Months later, this was after I broke up now with a boyfriend kasi, well, I don't really know the real story there, but I kind of had the feeling na nag-cheat siya sa akin. So, anyway, I started, sa akin, wala lang talaga. Ayoko mag-date because I'm not really that kind of person na date, ang buhay nag-revolve around relationship. So, this guy insisted, that yung classmate ko na yun, insisted of, okay, I'm gonna date you, ganyan. And I told him very clearly, I don't wanna date you kasi smoker ka. Ayoko yun eh. Allergic ako sa Yossi. So he said, I'm gonna quit it for you. Okay, sige. So we went out on a date.
Check.
And I never saw him smoke again, ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, years later.
Okay.
2 years later. Nasa UP pa ako, siya nagko-call center na. Ang sabi ko lang kasi hindi ako selosa in the sense na, asan ka? Sino kasama? I'm not like that eh. Ayoko yung kasi ayokong ginaganon ako. So ayokong may gaganunin ako. So sabi ko sa kanya, okay, I only have one request. And that is, wag na wag kang take ng break mo with just one girl. Kasi sa call center, gabi kayo nagtatrabaho, iba ang chemistry ng katawan natin pag gabi.
Talagay ko yung buwan yun eh.
I think so. So yun lang ang sabi ko sa kanya. Never, ever, ever na magbe-break ka with one girl lang. If you're a group, sige, pagbibigyan ko pa yan. Okay, eto na. Nagkaroon ng, I think that was Monday yata. I forgot.
Mhm.
Monday.
Mhm.
May lumapit sa akin. Kasi nasa UP pa ako, estudyante pa ako. May lumapit sa akin. Sabi niya, Paige, kayo pa ba nung boyfriend mo? Sabi ko, oo. Bakit? Kasi, di ba
God.
nagrally kami sa Makati. Taga UP, nagrally sa Makati.
Layo
Nakita siya.
LRT,
Oo,
LRT.
nagrally. Sa Ayala yata sila or something. Nagrally sila sa Makati. Nataon, nakita siyang tumatawid.
Hindi
na
ka
may
holding hands.
ka-holding hands.
Sabi na
Ako.
yan talaga.
Ay, malas niya.
W eh.
So, ngayon, ako, sabi ko, talaga, ganun lang. Kasi ayoko yung, kira ka na. Ayoko ng ganun talaga.
And
Hindi
since
ako
that
bababa
day,
sa level na yun.
ex na, as in wala na.
Wala na to, as in wala na siya.
But I mean, like,
So,
since that day, wala, like, tinigil mo na yung comms with him and
Ay,
you just dumped him.
you have to know the story kung paano
sige.
nangyari yan. So, di ba, call center siya. Tapos, sana mapanood niya to. Para ma-remind ko. Tapos,
Itatag natin.
Sa kanya.
Itatag natin.
Ito yung sinayang mo.
Para klaro sa'yo kung bakit mali ka. Ganito. Sabi ko sa kanya, after that, ang daming lumapit sa akin that same day. Tinatanong nila ako, sinasabi nila sa akin, alam mo ba, habang kayo pa, dinidate niya si ganito, ganyan. Doon ko nalaman lahat ng kalokohan. So ako naman parang, talaga? Okay. Ang ginawa ko, at tinawagan ko siya, kasi tinatawagan ko siya to wake him up Kasi nakakalimutan siya gisingin ng mommy niya, so nalilate siya sa work. Tinawagan ko siya, sabi ko, hi, gising ka na. Alam ko pa na kailangan tawagan ko siya the second time kasi pa siya, parang snooze pa yon. Ano yan sa sinaing? Yung pag hinahayaan mo na lang matuyo, parang ganon.
Worm?
In.
In.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah, nag-in pa siya. So ngayon, after a few minutes, tawag ako ulit. Very nicely, hi, gising ka na? May gusto ka bang sabihin sa akin? Ganun lang ako. Para matakot siya, di ba? May gusto ka bang sabihin sa akin? Sabi niya, wala. Tapos sabi ko, are you sure? Kasi may nakakita sa inyo. Sabi ko. Tapos tahimik na siya. Ang tanong ko lang sa kanya, so when did it start?
Ayan.
Mali pa yung araw na sinabi niya. Yung sinabi niyang araw, mas maaga pa kaysa dun sa nakita siya. So, mas matagal pa. Mas matagal na silang whatever.
May iba pang araw na same scenario yung ginagawa nila. No?
Tapos, parang hindi yun ang sinabi sa akin. Mali. Hanggang sa nagsabi na siya ng paatras ng paatras. Wala, tumagal.
Marami.
Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya,
naguhukay siya. Palalim.
Oo. Dapat sabihin mo, kahapon lang, mga ganun. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, how did it start? And nag-start daw, nakapila siya sa Jollibee. Nakapila daw siya sa Jollibee, and she saw the girl. And they know each other, so they share the table. Only rule, never ever na mag-break ka with just a woman. And I know that. So sabi ko sa kanya, okay, how did it start? Nagkita daw sila, and then the girl started talking about how toxic the father of her kid is, na nasasakal daw siya, ganyan. So how did it get from that conversation to you holding hands,
right?
diba?
Yeah.
Eto na. Ang sabi daw niya, well, sabi ko kasi sa kanya na parang ako din nasasakal. Paano ka nasasakal? Kasi daw, I am making him quit smoking.
After 11 years.
At yan ang kanyang kwentong Jollibee.
Yan ang kanyang kwentong Jollibee.
Alam mo, si Ray, isabit natin sa kwentong Jollibee.
True story. Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya, but I never made you, we never had that conversation since nung nag-date tayo that you said you're gonna quit smoking just so we can go out. So sabi ko, I did not make you quit. you impose that on yourself so you can go out with me. And I never asked you again about it kasi ganun ako eh. Isa-set ko na yung rules sa una pa lang. If you break that, yun ang balikan natin. Hindi yung kung ano pang away-away. Yun ang babalikan talaga natin. So, ganun. Sabi, next question ko so, mali na siya doon. Next question ko sa kanya. 3 lang kasi yung tanong ko sa kanya nun eh. And then the last question I asked him, third question I asked him, would you ever tell me kung hindi ko nalaman? Or like hanggang saan siya aabot kung hindi ko nalaman ngayon? And syempre, hindi niya masagot yon. And then, syempre, sabi niya, eventually, of course, I'm gonna tell you, ganun, I wanna come clean, but we all know it's not gonna happen.
No.
And then, last question ko sa kanya, so, you would understand if I break up with you now, I never talk to you again. Sabi niya, oo. Sabi niya, yeah. And then I said, okay, bye, ingat ka. Ganun lang. Ganun lang ako nakipag-break sa kanya. Ganun ako ka, parang, dude, if you're not gonna do this right, bye. Hindi ako iikot ng buhay ko around you and makikipagsabunutan ako sa ibang babae for you. Hell no. That's on you.
Women should look up to you. Like, that mindset should bear in mind na girls, you're more than, there's more to life.
Exactly.
I'm
ako
telling
yata
you.
yung hindi nakaka-stress na girlfriend. Kasi,
and guys, come on. If you're planning to, kasi I'll share a story.
Go ahead.
Even me and my wife, and when we were just dating back then, even me, ayaw niyang, kasi ako dati, yung trabaho ko talaga, pre-pandemic, I rotate like crazy. Like, I don't really stay in the office. I'm,
okay.
Pumunta pa ako sa clients.
Malabas sa office.
So, most of the time, I have a katrabaho na babae with me, or sales, or even clients with me na, So, ang rule niya is never to let someone be a passenger na babae sa...
Yes!
And ever since na pumasok ko sa isip ko na it's that one role na alam mo naman katrabaho ko, it's very platonic and wala namang ano. Although I think ang nami-miss out ng guys kasi feeling nila nasasakal sila with all these rules. I think what they're missing on is yung feeling nung partner nila yung at risk dun eh. Hindi naman yung dahil sinasakal ka dahil for the sake of having a rule, for having but it's their feeling na, ano mo yun, parang, pag tinanggal mo kasi ng peace of mind, kahit kaming lalaki, tayo lang guys, aminin nyo to, pagka sinabi ng girlfriend natin, or asawa natin, dito kami sa Christmas party, nandito si ganito, merong isang guy lagi na, alam mo wala kang tiwala eh, di ba? Ganun naman tayo mag-isip din eh. And they have that too. So we have to respect each other, feelings about that. And sa tingin ko, baka nga yun yung dahilan niya pa kaya sinasabi niya nasasakal, na BS siya eh, di ba? Parang, di ba?
Pero, the thing is, hindi kasi ako yung maraming rules eh. Ang sa akin kasi, I will try my best to understand. For example, yung sinasabi mo na you have to spend time with girls. Ang sa akin, at trabaho mo yan eh. So, kailangan mo yan. Meron kang mga babaeng office mates. And it's the same for me. Ito ganito ako ka-loyal as a person. I used to live with a male model. Kaming dalawa lang sa bahay.
Roommates.
Never, housemates naman.
Housemates. Hindi, pag sinabi ko kasi roommates, sorry, American term. Sorry.
Pero linawin natin, hindi kami roommates.
Housemates. PBB, housemate.
Never kami nag-flirt. Never may nangyari sa amin. We never even had that conversation. In fact, siya pa yung nagdadala ng mga babae sa bahay. Tapos ako yung nagmi-meet sa kanila sa umaga. Tapos sasabihin niya, dude, ano sa palagay mo yung girl na kasama ko kagabi? Sabaw, ayoko. Ganun ako ka-loyal as a person na kahit na may kasama akong lalaki, if hindi kita boyfriend, wala. Walang mangyayari. Ganun ako. But it has to be like that. Kasi nag-commit kayo. Doon pa lang sa conversation na magko-commit kayo sa isa't isa. And ako ganun talaga. Kasi dati nag-events ako, nagmo-model akong ganyan. And you have to understand na makakasama ko talaga mga lalaki. Mga lalaking may itsura, walang ibang mag-workout, di ba?
Yeah.
But, ikaw, wala akong ginawang, I've never given you a reason na magselos ka. I tell you kung saan ako pupunta, ganon. You don't even have to ask me anymore. I'm gonna tell you. Pero ang sa akin, halimbawa, yung partner ko naman, lalabas, ganyan. Ang itatanong ko lang lagi, sinong mga kasama, saan kayo pupunta, and what time ka uuwi. But I ask these things not to, no.
Exactly,
Sa akin, if may mangyari sa'yo, kung maaksidente ka, I have to know, wait lang, 10 o'clock daw siya uuwi. 1 a.m. na, dapat mag-alala na ako. Ganon.
Correct.
Saan kita hahanapin? You have to let me know paano kita hahanapin if you go missing. Kasi isa sa mga fears ko in life is that I go missing and no one looks for me. Kasi walang may alam kung nasan ako and walang may alam nasa bahay ka na ba dapat at this time. Lalo na kapag single ka, ganyan. Yun yung fear ko na mawala ako and no one's gonna look for me. So kapag may partner ko, yun yung tatanungin ko.
Correct.
And i-explain ko agad. And then, you tell me kapag lilipat kayo. So alam ko saan kita pupuntahan kapag wala pa siya. Alam ko saan kita babalikan. Yun yung sa akin. But never to...
Lalo ngayon, uso yung mga plantita na...
Kailangan alam ko.
No, so...
siguro, regardless naman of the gender, basta importante doon yung respect and trust, diba? So,
respect sa isa't isa.
oh yeah. The mutual respect has to be
the
there.
mutual respect. Saka,
Yes.
siguro yung ko lang, konting buhat lang din nung sa wife ko, kaya ko siya nagustuhan din, kaya kami tumagal. Actually,
Ay, Mel. Katabi mo, no? Katabi mo.
Hindi, wala.
Kapag shot eh.
Baka ganun.
Wala ako, hindi ako naghugas ng pinggan. Hindi, joke lang. So, ganito, kasi, yung in terms of the dynamics na, ayaw mo na isipin pa na, yung alam mo yun, sa party ka, to bond, kunyari, you have to bond with your workmates or you with your team. Tapos, ayaw mo na iniisip ka pa na, nako, paano ko ba sasabihin sa kanya na wag magselos, mga ganyan.
Yeah, correct.
Ayaw lang ganun. Gusto ko, tama ka, tanongin lang, ano oras ka uwi, saan pupunta, para just in case, di ba? May emergency, baka kailangan ng tulong ko, something like that.
Correct.
Pero hindi na yung isa-isa ito, sino kasama mo? Picture ka nga, bago kayo umuwi, or picture ka.
Ayoko ng ganon.
No.
So your wife is like that. She's my tribe.
Siguro di ba yung yung studio nyo dito sa may studio ng
West,
Eagle
diba?
dito
Sa West Avenue, di ba?
sa Central.
Central Ave.
Central Ave.
Taga Project 6 ako, so malapit.
Project 6 yan. Malapit lang yun.
Pwede ko dalhin yung kid ko para dadali ko dun sa para
Pagbasahin mo ng teleprompter para pag marunong mo magbasa.
No, pero kasi ang sa akin kanina kasi pinag-usapan natin about women empowerment. Women also have to change naman the way they are kasi we live in a society na parang lahat tayo go-getters. 'Di ba? Parang ito yung generation na lahat gusto meron silang career, lahat gusto may ginagawa sila in life. But it's hard to be with a partner na oras-oras hinahanap ko, nasan ko, oras-oras kina-question lahat ng ginagawa mo. 'Di ba? If you're a woman, don't be that kind of partner naman.
Agree.
'Di ba? Sa teleserye lang nangyayari yan. Or leave that drama sa teleserye.
Ngayon, hindi lang babae yung ganun eh. Pati yung lalaki ganun.
May niya sasabihin.
Yung lalaki daw, pag namamawis yung bigote, sobrang
ayun.
So magpatubo ka para hindi makita.
So dapat
pawis na pawis yun dito.
Dapat fear the beard ka para hindi halata kung seloso.
Ang sa akin lang kasi, para hindi kayo, alam mo yun, I just really do not like the idea kasi of pitting women against each other over a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Sa akin, just do this if he's the kind na who will put you in that position. Ikaw na mag-give up. Believe me, hahabulin ka niya. Pag hinabol ka, it's up to you na lang kung tatanggapin mo or not. But That's how you take your power back. Hindi ka alipin ng relationship. Because,
Correct.
well, there's so many more other things.
Two words. Woman up.
Oh, woman up, girls. Diba? There's so many other things that you can spend your energy on. Alam mo, kaya siguro mataas ang energy ko lagi. Kasi hindi ko pinoproblema yung mga ganyang bagay.
Yan.
Sabi ng tatay ko yan, ganyan.
Ayoko
Huwag
talaga
mo problema. Hindi tatanda. Di ba?
Wala kang baggage, di ba? Excess baggage.
Wala akong baggage. Ayoko ng ganon. Saka malinis yung mga breakup ko. Hindi lang malinaw sa kanila kasi sanay sila sa when I say we're over. Pero hindi, I will not give you yung memory na umiyon. No. Iiyak ako on my own. Sa akin lang, hindi ko papakita sa'yo para that will haunt you forever.
Yeah, hindi ka kaya ako nun. Ganun katanungan, no?
Ba't parang move on siya agad?
Pero I'm sure after nun, kasi syempre yung psych ng lalaki medyo familiar ako. I mean kami. So grado ako after nun, babalik-balik yan. Parang,
bumalik.
Hoy.
Eto, bumalik. After 4 months, hindi kami nagte-text, hindi kami nag-uusap, and I started dating someone else. At sa akin kasi hindi ko alam ba't ba ako nag-back-to-back dating ng panahon na yun. So, nag-date ako. And then this guy was really nice. And I say was really nice kasi nag-cheat din siya nung naging kami na. So anyway, this guy was really nice. Tapos parang may project ako sa college noon. Dapat mag-shoot ako doon sa bahay nung guy that I was dating at the time. Sakto, dumaan sa boarding house or apartment yung ex ko, yung nakipag-holding hands, yung may kwentong Jollibee. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, what are you doing here? Sabi ko, we've broken up. Akala ko umalis na siya. So nung umalis na si guy that I was dating, hinarang pala niya and convince him na kami pa. Sabi ko, paano tayo pa? 4 months? We're not talking to each other. No communication. Tayo pa. Come on. And then, parang yung guy that I was going out with, naniwala naman. So, he stopped talking to me na ganyan. I was explaining to him until, okay, naging single tuloy ako. Sobra. And then, si ex, pinadala siya ng company sa ibang bansa. And then, before he left, parang sabi pa niya sa akin na kaya pa ba nating to work things out? And I said, I don't know. I really don't know. And then umalis siya. Of course, love ko pa rin naman. But, I just don't want to put myself in a position na I have to commit to you. I never got your commitment before. Correct. So umalis siya, I think for ilang months then. And then when he came back, I know for sure na he dated a girl there. So kinita niya ako sa apartment and nagkwento lang siya about what happened there, ganyan, and then try na makipagbalikan. And I know for sure he dated someone there. So I told him, look, I know for sure you have a girlfriend. So sabi ko kasi may mga nakikita ko, I love you, ganyan, ma-comment sa picture, ganon. So sabi ko sa kanya, you cheated on me. So don't cheat on your girlfriend with me. Don't do that to me. Diba? Bastos yun. Hindi ko gagawin yon sa babae kasi alam ko masakit yun eh. So, ikaw na babae, huwag ka makikipag-away over a guy. Diba? I-respect din natin yung ibang babae. And you never let your emotional needs or emotional attachment sa isang tao to run your life. Kasi ang daming pwedeng mag-run ng life mo. Pwede yung goals mo, yung dreams mo. Pera, di ba? Career.
TikTok.
Diba? If you can spend your time instead trying to gain followers online, girl, do that. Yeah. But, don't waste your energy on someone para lang sabihin mo, para makaganti ka, ganyan. Dude, come on.
I know.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, it's part also of being an empowered woman that you don't let anyone else run your life for you, di ba? If you can't commit, bye. Okay lang ako.
Sobrang
Iyak ako in private, but you're not gonna see it. So, ganun lang ako. Kasi di ba, parang career na lang ang pagtrabahuhin mo kaysa naman. Kaysa lalaki. Ba't ba tayo napunta dito? It's still a conversation about empowerment.
No, totally.
Yes, totally.
And that story actually is an epitome of strong, independent.
Secure ako sa sarili ko.
No. It's actually mas maganda pa na idaan mo through a story, like true story, like
maraming story.
Diba? And a lot of women like shares the same and goes through the same
So nag-ayos ako ng buhok. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's totally okay. I'm wrapping up, by the way. And we really love to hear more
wrapping up
stories with you.
na, no?
Pwede tayo second part pa. Wala akong problema.
Next week ulit.
You can definitely, actually, grabe talaga energy mo, promise.
Ang taas pa, I swear, kaya ko pa mag-workout ngayon. And let's just remind our audience, Oy, magwa 1 o'clock na. After 4 na trabaho today.
Di ba? Kaya I really believe she's an epitome of a strong woman and
may sasagipin pa si CJ yan.
Yeah, miss. and we would like to thank CJ, of course, for joining us tonight. I really love. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, gusto ko pa i-continue.
Ko talaga.
Let's sit down
we can do part 2.
Another part ng podcast. And then, why not we do it on a relationship,
Pwede. How to handle a relationship.
Exactly. And I think you're really handling it well. Why not we take callers, di ba? Why not we take
Pwede din. I'm down for that.
Di ba? Walang problema. Let's do that. Let's do it on a second part episode. Ayaw lang namin i-take lahat ng oras mo. I know you have so much energy, but keep it
pa.
No, aminin mo, Iman. You're happy kasi pagod ka.
Sa totoo lang, na-out energy ako eh. Tatanungin ko muna si CJ paano yung resume niya to have that kind of energy. Kasi kanina, before we started, nagra-run talaga kami. Sabi ko, wala na akong energy.
Totoo yun.
So anyway.
If you just see my living room right now, may nakalatag ako na yoga mat. Tapos nandun yung mga weights ko. Kasi literal na hindi ako napapagod. Kaya kailangan tatakbo pa ako every day, ganyan, para lang yung sobrang
to drain.
Ma-drain lang ako.
Energy.
Kaya ko pa to kahit mga bukas na usapan to.
Superpower mo yan.
Tama. No, but just going back, since we're wrapping this up, just going back, empowerment for me, really, and I know it really sounds cliche, but it starts from within. Ang sa akin kasi, tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, if we get into a position of power, make sure that you do it right. And it's not just, when I say position of power, it's not just boss ka ng kumpanya, ganyan-ganyan. Bottom line is, we're all somehow in a position of power. No, we're all in a position to influence someone. And isa sa mga favorite words ko pagdating sa usapan ng empowerment is representation. There's always someone out there na makikita ka at sasabihin, you know what? I can try to be like her. I will try to be like her. Maybe I can be some version of her. So, lahat tayo may ganung power. Not just for women, even for men. Lahat tayo may ganung power. Representation. So, ang bottom line is just be a good person. Diba? If you can speak up and be the voice of something, do that. Because that would make, sorry that this sounds so cliche, but that will help make this world a better place. And it's the only thing that we can actually do. Diba? Change things here first. Naalala ko yung isang question, yung naging question sa akin, yung winning answer sa Miss Global sa akin. The question was, what can men learn from watching beauty pageants? And this is an answer that I've always believed in since I was 11 years old. Because I was 11 when I joined my first pageant. And I have an interesting story about that also. But wag na natin putan yun. But I really believed in this. Bata pa ako. At 11 years old, ito na yung pinaniniwalaan ko. So the question again was, what can men learn from watching beauty pageants? And I said, it's really hard to be a woman because we have to work harder than men eh. Kasi aside from working hard, you have to prove pa that you deserve yung rewards ng pinagtrabahuhan mo. But for men, if you get the reward, it's because you worked hard. But for me, you have to prove pa that that you didn't do anything else. It's unfair. So I said, it's really hard to be a woman, that you have to work harder for things that men get easier. So I said, that's why it is more, and ito, consciously, sinabi ko to, addressing women and not men. Hindi ako pumunta sa stage na yon and delivered this answer na trying to change men's view of women. For me, it's the women you have to address. So I said, that's why it's important for women not just to work on having a sexy face and a sexy body. More importantly, women should invest in having a sexy heart, a sexy mind, and a sexy heart.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yun yung sa akin.
Well
That for me sums it up yung conversation ng empowerment sa kababaihan.
What? Like, no words,
Speechless.
man. So
Ano ko sinasabi
Speechless.
talaga in life?
No, that's something else. And I think
Grabe.
that's something. Pare, JL, sound beats yan. Yung mga ganyan. Mga
Ang dami ng sound bites.
no, as in, thank you, CJ. And I
Thank
think
you so much for having me
those
also.
last statements
Thank
are
Our
you.
pleasure.
very powerful. And I think
Thank you.
that's why we really believe
And
there
that's my
is,
truth, ha? That's
Mm.
my truth. Hindi siya
Yeah.
something that I memorized.
Yep.
Correct,
It's
correct.
really my
It's
truth.
very
It's
natural,
my
by the
truth
way.
talaga.
We feel it.
Kita na,
Sobra.
we feel it.
All right. Anyone or anything that you want to plug before we end this season?
Oh, yeah. Please watch Eagle News International Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. Saturdays at 11 p.m. on Net 25. And then I also have Happy Time that's 12 noon to 2 p.m. every day also on Net 25. And then MTBL, please do support the league. Pinagpapaguran po namin yan. We have an amazing team behind every broadcast. At saka talagang respeto sa mga players natin, especially those who just really want to play. No, they play for the heart. And I actually have an upcoming show, but we don't have the final schedule yet. It's going to be a sports show on PTV4. We will be starting, I think, April. We will be launching our first episode in April. Once it's out or once we've finalized the title of the show and the time slot for us, i-plug ko na lang ulit sa inyo dito sa Baet.
Sure.
Yeah, so those are... At maraming salamat po sa mga lahat ng sumuporta sa Fill in the Bank. We will be on the air until the end of March. Maraming salamat po sa lahat na sumuporta doon. Although hindi ako on cam, boses lang ako sa Fill in the Bank. But it's a project that saved me from the pandemic talaga, na nabulan ng trabaho lahat. Nag-zero na yung bangko ko, nag-zero na lahat, and then ito yung first project ko during the pandemic. This show really saved me. So please do watch it still. It's at 5 p.m. MWF.
Nice. Fill in the bank. Tama ba?
Fill in the
Fill
bank.
in the bank.
Yeah, fill in
Kasing.
the bank. All right, before we end this.
Follow
sorry.
me on Facebook, of course. I'm CJ Hirro, Hirro, and then on Instagram it's CJ Superhero. Yun.
Yun.
Parang may recall.
Yeah,
Yan,
CJ
parang
superhero.
Thank you for having me.
As in literal superhero.
Superhero.
Oh, yeah.
By blood.
All right. Thank you very much, CJ. And before we
Thank
end
you so
this,
much for having me.
Thank you.
all right, before we end this, we'd like to thank our friends from Equip.ph, Ray, and Oink On The Grill, the Valiches. Thank you sa mga inihaw
Yan,
treats
padala nila
today.
si Miss CJ
Oy,
niya.
sarap.
Oh, papadalan si
Yan,
Miss
papadalan
CJ
ka daw.
niyan. No, and
Inihaw.
yan. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe the Baet Boys FB page and YouTube channel. So,
Mhm.
it's been a pleasure talking to Miss CJ. Sobrang nag-enjoy
Thank
kami.
you.
Thank you.
Probably the longest episode, by the way. And
Pwede
no,
ko.
we really
Most
enjoyed.
informative, di ba?
Like totally
Important si, di ba?
Ay,
and
thank
it's something
you.
so all right. Thank you. Peace out. See you next
You.
episode, guys.